Hey everybody, Alex Kazora, SteelersDepot.com, back with some more Pittsburgh Steelers tape breakdown and analysis. Preseason opener in the books, Pittsburgh beating the Jacksonville Jaguars on Saturday. Today I want to focus on the two Steelers rookie defensive lineman draft picks and first rounder Derrick Harmon, fifth rounder Yahya Black. Let's talk about it. Before we start, if you guys could like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the site, SteelersDepot.com, would really appreciate that. So we're going to go through Derrick Harmon first, Yahya Black second, talk about Harmon. I thought was more of a mixed bag. He played a lot more snaps, about 30, Black just 10, so more tape to evaluate with Harmon than Black. I thought Harmon was a little up and down. I thought Black had a really good game overall. So first thing here, Derrick Harmon, the left defensive tackle, the three tech here between left tackle and left guard. Pittsburgh ran a lot of stunts in this one between their D tackles, Benton and Harmon. This is a more minor nuance point, but I like the rep here from Harmon. You get a good look at this from the all-22 end zone view. You see the force. He's going to be the crasher and Benton's the looper. So Harmon is crashing down, Benton is looping second over the top. But I like the forcefulness as the crasher. He's ripping through the left guard here and then crashing into the center. And if this ball doesn't come out quick, there's a chance Harmon can then get upfield and pressure Trevor Lawrence. So it's a minor thing overall, but it's important with how stunt-heavy Pittsburgh can be. You want to be really forceful as that crasher, even though the intent is more for the looper and Benton to get free. There's still a job for that crasher to do. It's a really good rep here from Derrick Harmon. They did some stunts, and he played in a pretty pro-style defense at Oregon. I like the violence he plays with there, help break up that stunt pickup. And again, had Lawrence had to eat the ball when you're facing Ramsey and Porter and Slay in a regular season game, ball is probably going to be held on to a little bit longer. Harmon might get that pressure. A little bit later in the game, here is Harmon over inside shade, basically that 2-eye against the right guard, and we're going to see him defeat this backside reach block. So nice job here from Harmon. Again, this is not going to be the most spectacular play in the world, but just a good job of playing team run defense, doing your job. If everyone does their job in run defense, you're going to be a really, really good unit. So the right guard trying to cut Harmon off your backside. Harmon using that length, those long arms, those big levers that he has. Very prototypical build of a Steelers defensive lineman to lock out that right guard, secure his gap, keep that running back down the track, and nice job here on the front side as well. This run basically going nowhere. So don't get reached, don't get cut off, don't let that guard cross your face and get inside of you to cut you off. Harmon does not allow that to happen. It's good snap timing. It's really good use of his arms and hands and extension here. Secures his gap, keeps the running back down the track. It's good team run D. This play was called back on a questionable roughing the passer call on Isaiah Loudermilk, but here is Harmon, the one tech between right guard and the center. Good bull rush here from Harmon. He's a strong guy. He's a big guy. Does a nice job here. That's a starting caliber player in Luke Fortner as well. That's not some, seventh string center, and helps collapse that pocket and leads to that throw being a pretty good lollipop. The pressure from Loudermilk as well, but really it was that interior rush by Harmon, gets picked off by Cameron McCutcheon. Again, called back, but we're just focused on, it's preseason, we're focused on individual, we're not really focused on outcomes as much. So nice job here, Harmon utilizing that bull, leveraging under the center, really collapsing that pocket. So one last look at it, take a quick look at right here. You can really see how upright that center is, back into the quarterback's lap, really makes that throw just kind of a pop up into the air, a duck, I should say, and Harmon helps influence the outcome initially of the interception, although, again, the penalty brought it back. So I'd like to see the play strength from Derrick Harmon. Maybe this is not a perfect rep for Harmon. He's going to be aligned here between right guard and right tackle, so playing the three tech again, but I like the overall finish from him. He's going to get this double here initially from the right guard and the right tackle, and you see him be able to split this double team. Now, part of that was the right tackle climb. They're working this combo block here. They're trying to carry the D-line to the linebackers, so that's maybe one reason why Harmon was able to kind of get off this block, but he loses some ground initially. That double is tough to defend. Probably can do a better job anchoring and holding the point of attack initially, but once that tackle comes off, Harmon able to swim, secure his gap, and then help make that stop on Bashal Tutin, the running back. So I think overall, not perfect, but I think a good rep here. Nice job. Whenever he did get singled up on 61, Harmon made the play. Now, some negatives and one overall takeaway is I don't think he defeated as many blocks as he is capable of doing. I think he got stuck on blocks a little too much, and that can be hard to show, kind of the absence of winning some blocks here. This rep, it's a little debatable. I didn't love this one. The tight end's carrying to him, gets kind of pushed off the ball, loses the edge, helps create that cutback lane for the runner. So, I don't know if he's the sole issue on this play. We see 45 Welshoff. He might have lost his contain as well. He's looking and peeking inside, and that probably does not do this run any favors. I'm not really sure what Welshoff. I hadn't mapped out every single run fit on this play, but you see Harmon kind of struggled the point of attack. Get a good look from the aerial view. Harmon is right here, the left defensive end, and I want to see a better rank here. When you're facing these tight ends, even a double, it's a situation where I want to see Harmon right there be able to really put his cleats in the ground, maybe a little too tall right here. See him get driven off the ball a little bit. Good run support by James Pierre on this play. So, just want to see a little more anchor when facing those tight ends. Anytime a Steelers defensive end is on a tight end, that's a matchup win for Pittsburgh. It has to act as such. We see Cam Hayward and some of the overfronts Pittsburgh has done in the past. That is a clear win. I want to see Harmon be a little bit stronger at the point of attack here. One clip that I think best shows Harmon struggles in getting off of blocks is this one. He is aligned between center and right guard as the one tech on this play. And I understand, you're not going to be winning every single rep as a pass rusher at the NFL level. You're not going to win half the reps. If you do, you're Aaron Donald. And that's a good problem to talk about if that ends up coming to pass for Derrick Harmon. But I want to see a little more juice in terms of getting off of blocks. I think his hand use was active. I think he played with good energy. I think Harmon is a crafty, pass rusher with multiple moves. He's not a one-note kind of a guy. He's talked about winning with his second rush a lot, which I think he has done in college. But here, just not really able to get off this block, trying to find what is my go-to rush, what is my play. He's trying to swim to right guard, never really gets past. And I just think overall it kind of sums up the game where I thought the hand use was active. It wasn't the most effective, though, and I want to see that a little more in his second and third preseason games. Now let's look at the other defensive line rookie draft pick. That is Yahya Black, number 78. Only 10 snaps for him, which felt a little low, but man, he made the most of those reps. And first thing I noticed, just very nerdy really quickly, no gloves for Yahya Black. He is going true old school, bit of tape, I think, on those hands. But other than that, he is going like old school, 1960s, no gloves. Yahya Black. But first rep here, and there was a lot of good tape. Overall, let this one play through. A little slow off the line. His stance may have played an issue. Kind of the squarer stance it looks like he's using here. But nice recovery to cross the face, work down the line, and get in on this tackle. So a nice job here by Black to close and make this tackle. So maybe we can get a look at the aerial view. I guess he wasn't totally square. His right foot was back a little bit, but a little slow up the line, so I want to see that improve, but the overall finish of this play as 77, the right tackle tries to reach him, unable to cut him off here. Black does a nice job then keying it, working down the line, making the tackle. One thing I saw consistently in training camp, and really the first thing that popped out to me in camp at Latrobe with Yahya Black was his chase and effort of the football. And I think to be a Pittsburgh Steelers defensive lineman, you better play with what I call fanatical effort, really high-end chase and hustle to the ball. That has been a rich tradition in Pittsburgh. I still think back to Aaron Smith chasing down Sean Alexander in Super Bowl 40, 20 yards downfield. Think about Stephon Tuitt, Cam Hayward, the teachings of John Mitchell, and now current D-line coach Carl Dunbar. You got to run to the football, and Yahya Black runs to the football. This was all over his tape at training camp, and you're seeing it here on this little screen pass to ETN, and Black doesn't make the tackle, but I like the chase, helping prevent a cutback lane, maybe slowing this thing down. Never know what could happen. Always a good thing to run at the football. So keying it, getting off the block. He's a big guy, and Mike Tomlin's whole philosophy is big guys run, little guys hit. He's a big guy that's certainly trying his best out there, and he's a little more athletic than I thought he was at Iowa. So this is just a good hustle play by Yahya Black. Now we're getting into some pass rush reps for Yahya Black, and there was a lot to like. And again, I cannot get over the no gloves for him. It just feels very old school. Here he is between right guard and right tackle, and we're going to see a really nice rep here to get some interior A-gap pressure. Facing this right guard, that little push-pull, pull that right guard forward, then swim over him, and then right up the middle, getting the pressure and forcing the ball out. So that little push, and kind of getting that right guard. Probably more swim. I don't know if you want to call that true push-pull or not, but it's a nice job overall. Being athletic, a lot more than typical because he is a mountain of a man. He was letting that belly breathe at training camp. He was wearing that Schmedium jersey. He's got a proper attire here, but really, really good rep. Now, this right guard, I think, is an undrafted rookie, but, Black's a fifth-round rookie. He's not a veteran or a first-round prospect, so I don't really care about who you're going against, putting on good tape, and it's a really good rep here. Only thing, maybe he slowed down a little bit. I don't know if his jersey was tugged. Left hand's going. He's ready to rear back. He's a fun guy to watch. A little, he got pulled, so maybe that's why he slowed down, but overall, it's a really good rep by Yahya Black. Another clip, and here is Black 78 between left guard and center. A slower burn rush here, but a good one overall. And again, watch that left hand. It's going. He's ready to go. And it's a later win, but a good win here by Yahya Black over that left guard, being able to toss him aside there. I don't know, what is that a swipe? Not really a swipe. I don't know what move exactly you want to call that, but certainly taking control of the block. Really good hand placement, getting into that chest of number 60, and then throwing him aside, and then on your way to that quarterback. So it's a good rep here by Yahya Black. Again, this is 10 snaps, and we're already at snap 4 or 5 here. So really good hand placement, controlling this block, throwing him aside, shedding, and then helping force that pass out. Short completion, good tackle by Beanie Bishop. So just seeing some stuff that really kind of pops on tape. Last clip here is Yahya Black playing more defensive end. He has been a DN in training camp. He's looked like a nose tackle. He is not playing nose tackle. Daniel Aquale right here has been Pittsburgh's backup nose tackle behind Benton. But a nice 2-gap here from Yahya Black. So a little harder to tell from this end zone view, but he's able to lock out the left guard, help change the path of the running back, and then he even gets in on the tackle. So just a really good job here, securing his gap, and then not just doing his job, helping make the play too. So let's take a look from the aerial view. Here is Yahya Black using that length. He's got long leverage. That's why they like him at the end. They want to try him at the end because he has unusually good length for the position and just really getting to the chest. Even the knockback on the left guard. Watch the left guard's helmet. I wish we had the other end zone view. I don't have access to that this year for all 3 angles, but you see the knockback on the left guard almost right about there. Just kind of that punch. That left guard really struggling to secure his block. Black's in control. Then he works off of it and makes a tackle. Now that left guard, guy we saw earlier, he's definitely a stubbier type. I think he's got like 32-inch arms, the kid from USC. But it's a really nice rep by Black to secure his gap. But I also just like him getting off the ball. You worry about these bigger guys. Has some snap timing. We saw issues in the first snap, maybe him being little bit slow. He's a lot quicker here, a little bit later into the game. And just a nice job to control that block. Use those arms, create space in the run game, and then shed, get in on the tackle. So, man, it's a really good debut. It's just a debut. 10 snaps, a lot more to watch. He's got an elbow injury right now. Hopefully he's good to play in the Saturday game against Tampa Bay. But, man, there was a lot to like in just 10 snaps for the rookie, Yahya Black. So, overall, really good debut by Black. Harmon, a little more mixed, but the more I watch back the tape, I think there was more to like than I saw initially, but I want to see a little more impact, a little more in the box score. He had no tackles, no real impact, production-wise, number-wise, and I want to see that change in the Buccaneers game because he's a talented guy. Harmon's had a good camp. He's a first-round pick. The talent is there. It's one game. Get your feet wet and go from there. So take all things in totality, but I think it was good debuts by both, but especially number 78, Yahya Black, who has certainly played his way from maybe bubble guy to securely on this roster. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Appreciate you guys watching. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the site, SteelersDepot.com. Thank you again, and we'll talk to you soon.